Hello there guys, and welcome back to our car modeling tutorial. Today we're going to continue with our Ford GT, and I've done a little bit of a change to the geometry in here. As you can see now, it sits up against that spoiler a lot nicer than it did before. And the changes that I made was to add in an extra little edge loop which runs along here and then down to that portion just down. And then I relocated one of the lines, so the line that went from here over there, I just relocated that into the center because it is a triangle, so it's not going to be too much of a problem. So I put that into that center there. And what that's done is that's just formulated that whole piece just a little bit nicer. I did adjust some of the edges slightly to pull them a bit closer to the spoiler on both sides, but I'm quite happy with how that's turned out. So we're going to focus then on this bit. This is going to be a real pain, but hopefully it's not going to be too tricky. So we're going to start off with some of the easier stuff first. We already did our lines on the outside there. What I want to do in here is just move some of these points around a little bit because I'm not massively happy with how they are, mainly these two here. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, so we're going to drop in some of the easier ones. So we're going to insert an edge loop. I'm going to drop one down in there. That's going to help us with maintaining this corner and then also maintaining everything around the light. So we can see that's ran along there really nicely. We've got a couple more easy ones we can drop in. So let's go insert an edge loop. I'm going to drop one along there. We can see that's going to run and stop around just up there. Let's actually bring in and remove the smooth on here so we can kind of just reflect those same. So let's go and insert an edge loop. I'm going to drop that again around that same location. Actually, before we do this, we might want to, let's just bring this one back. We're going to want to probably hold down V and just snap, get off edge slide. I'm just going to want to snap to that spoiler there, I think. Maybe move these up a little bit as well, because that line should follow along there. Okay, so let's smooth that one back off. So let's grab our insert edge loop. I think I missed it. Let's go here. We'll drop one in here, similar distance, and then drop one in here as well. You can see that those are going to run through and along there. They're going to go in and behind the spoiler. So if we hit 3, we should be able to see that that's following up and around there quite nicely. That's flowing up around there. It does look a bit weird here. So let's just kind of see what's going on in here. So maybe what we could do is, I think we're going to want to have an edge to go around there. Just have to do that selection because we've got a lot going on around here. Okay. Let's maybe just merge those over because I don't see why we've got such that distance. So let's, if it'll let me, just go there and then there. I'm just going to take that one over here as well. Let's just drop that one down there for now. I'm just going to take that vertices over there. Maybe what we could do here is let's maybe get rid of this line. And I'm just going to remap that one up to the top. Okay, I'll take those up there. So still looking super weird, and I think the reason for that is just because we're going to need a line that runs up and along here. So let's maybe drop that in. So we want a line to go up and along there. And now when we hit 3, you can see that that's fixed that for us to some extent. I think with this though, this line that we've added here, I think we're probably going to want to drop one. I'm just going to drop in a placeholder there. I think we're going to want to drop this, something like that though, and then bring that over here. So we can get rid of that, and let's also get rid of that. We do want to use this though, so we can use that to help add a little bit of curve to that. Okay, so that's looking nice as it runs down and along there. We can see that that's fitting up to there quite nicely. We already have a little bit of definition here. I don't think we'll need to add any more to that as it goes along. Maybe what we could do is let's just drop in a point here. Let's insert an edge loop, and I'm going to drop one in there. We need to be understanding that this is going to go elsewhere, which I don't think that should cause us any problems if we drop that up there. Okay, and then I think what we'll probably want to do is just target weld that one here. Get rid of that. Okay, so we're getting like a little bit of an extra inset there. We can see that we're getting like a weird effect just here, and that's just probably because of this line though. I don't think we'll actually need this one now, so maybe get rid of that. Let's see, did that affect it in any way? Not really. I think probably the problem is there's not enough geometry going through there to that portion, because we do have quite a lot going on. So let's maybe actually grab all of that line. I'm going to hold Control and hit delete. Let's just go back here, hitting 3. So we definitely do want to add a little bit more to it. We can see we've already got quite a lot of definition on this lower side. Let's see what happens if we add this to the top side instead. Drop that up here, and then bring that in there. Okay, so we're definitely get a similar effect. So let's maybe take that back. So I'm just going to Control Z it back. Before we let that add in, what we'll do is we're going to insert an edge loop just here. And then I'm going to move that to help maintain the curve a bit more. So let's maybe check out our top view. Okay. So let's maybe drop in that line again. Let's maybe go over here instead. Okay, so adding that extra line has helped us maintain that top portion. Maybe let's take it one more. Let's take it all the way up here and get rid of that extra vertex. Okay, so we've got a nice defined edge running around there too, which looks good. Yep, so I think that's looking okay. Let's think inside how did we do down here? So we've got two lines that are going along here. I think those two lines should be fine to help maintain. So let's go and drop in some edge loops. One nice and close down here, and I've got one a little bit further away, just up there. Okay, so that's going to reflect that, and it's going to run down there nicely for us. And it hasn't affected anything detrimental at the front here. Okay, we do have the door handle to think about, which is something that I actually partially forgot about. So maybe what we could do is, let's think about that first real quick. I'm going to grab these two here. I'm going to hit Control E. Let's just do something like that. I'm going to delete these faces. And let's, before we delete anything else, I'm going to go in here, let's grab our edge slide, and let's do what we can to kind of get as close to the outline as possible for this. Let's bring that up here. Something like that. These ones will maybe go just a little bit lower than the actual handle, a little bit there. I'm going to take all of these, I'll take that across. Okay, and let's bring in our wireframe real quick. And what I'm going to do is, let's go with our multi-cut, and we'll drop a line in there, and then the same down here. And I'm just going to grab my edge selection. I just want to make sure we're nicely in line there, both of these. Okay, and then let's go, and I'm just going to target weld all of these over here. Something like that. And then with those in place, let's go turn that off actually. Just take that a little bit closer. Okay, so it looks like we've got the handle kind of put in there. So let's go, I'm going to grab this and I'm going to extract it. So let's go to Edit Mesh, we'll hit Extract on there. Okay, and then let's just duplicate that one back over. Okay, it looks like we probably want to move that, so let's take that back there. Okay, let's isolate the selection on this, and we're going to want to take all of these and extrude them back in here. And just merge anything inside there. Okay, so we've got like the kind of area in there for that, which is fine. I think I missed my merge up here. Okay, so we've added the little area in there for the door handle, which should be good. With the door handle, I'm going to hit Control E, and we're going to bring that in as well, just the same. Okay, so we're just going to look something like that. I think for the most part that's actually looking okay. I think all we need to do is really straighten out this front bit, which should be fine. I think we could probably do that just now. We could insert an edge loop. Don't think it's going to cause us too many problems if we drop, tell a lie. We have this to navigate here. Let's drop in an edge loop, because we are going to want to go and hop over this. Bring that around here. And just going to merge those together. Okay, let's go for an edge loop then. I'm going to drop one down here. And up here. So that should be fine. It's getting nice and close. I'm just going to go bridge the gap with our multi-cut, and then we'll do the same there as well. So now if we hit 3, we've got that looking a little bit tighter as it comes up towards the handle there. And then we should be able to just drop another one at the top here. Okay. And then just for now, let's do the same here. Okay, so we've got that sitting inside there. It is a little bit awkward here because we've got this extra edge. It's going to sit perfectly fine there, but because of our new edge here, which is sitting fairly close, that's not going to look too good. But what we actually need to do with this door is that this actually is a seam within the actual car body. So what we could do is let's drop an edge maybe about here. Just drop a vertices inside there, and we'll try and maintain this seam a bit more, and we'll drop an edge in that same spot. So that's going to be practically the same right across there, and then we'll drop that down here, and let's hit 3. You can see that we've got a little bit more definition to that, which we definitely do have on the model. And then when we hit 3 on there, we can see that that's going to sit nicely in line for us, which is good. Happy with that. Okay, so we've got a lot more work to do on here, and let's maybe hit 3 again. So we're looking quite nice up here for the most part. I think what we might want to do is we will want to get a line running along all the way down there, and then down here. Let's maybe make our next step be having a line that goes down here. So let's go for our insert edge loop. We'll drop one down here. Okay, that's going to run and stop at that point, so we're probably going to want to take an edge loop again. We'll have that match down here. Okay, so we've got that line running all the way through there, which is looking good. Okay, I think maybe what we could do is let's maybe just focus on this front bit, and then we'll kind of move underneath. So we do want to kind of reflect what we have here, and it's just a singular line that runs under there. So let's maybe have a look at adding that in. I think what we actually want to do as well is let's grab I think we're going to want to extrude in and underneath here. So rather than having these and this, and maybe even to some extent this, we're going to want to take all of this and hit Control E, and I think we're going to want to extrude down and underneath. Something like that instead. And for now, let's just bridge that. Close a bevel. Okay, so that's going to be a lot smoother underneath there for us. Okay. Let's check the front here. So we do have a line that goes off and runs up there. So we might want a line let's just draw in one that goes down here. And drop that over there. And link the two. Okay, so we want that to go up there. Maybe what we could do with this is have this go from here up into that corner there. Just to help us kind of smooth that out. Okay, so this whole outside portion here now is looking quite nice. We do want to try and shore up this edge. So let's maybe drop a line just there. I'm going to insert an edge loop under here. And then maybe take that up there. I guess that's helped us hold on to that, which looks quite nice. I don't think it's going to cause any major problems. I'm going to just quickly apply my paint to this. So you can see that under there it's not looking too bad. Let's smooth that one off too. So I've got a fairly nice join in between there for those. Okay, so I'm really happy with, let's get that one squared off too. So I'm really happy with how all of this looks around here, and then how we look as we go down here as well. I think what we're going to want to do is let's insert an edge loop at the top here, just to help seal off that line a little bit better, so that's looking nice as it runs up and under there. Okay, I think over here we want to have elements, so I think we want this to kind of close a bit quicker. I think we want that to be up there, and then this here, something like that. And then I think maybe we want these to kind of move away a little bit. Okay, just so we start to lose that little edge there a little bit sooner. Let's zoom in a little bit closer and insert an edge loop just here. Okay, so that's looking okay. Maybe let's actually take that to the corner there. Okay, so that's looking a little bit better as we go up and underneath. I think one thing we're going to want to do is insert an edge loop up here. Hit 3. I just want to see that kind of shore up. I think that's going to be fine in that location. Okay, so that's pushed up nice and close, and I think that's going to look okay. Yeah, that looks like it looks quite nice. Let's maybe try and have a go at around the window here. So we're going to want to go up and around. So I'm going to grab my multi-cut. I'll go around here. think I'm going to try and go all the way. Let's go all the way up into that corner. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to want to target weld up there. And I think we'll want to target weld that one down here. And that one up there as well. Okay, so we're starting to get better shape up and around that location, which is good. Let's drop a line in this corner here. And before I move on, I am going to just restart Maya real quick because it is lagging. Okay, we're back. Lagging a little bit, so I thought I'd just do a quick restart. So we've got a line going across there. Let's quickly insert an edge loop down here. That will allow us to draw up here. We're going to go across there and down here. And I think what we'll probably want to do here is let's just jump up and over the top. Like so. We could probably go along here and then down, because we do want that to be a tighter edge as well. And let's quickly do some target welds. So drop that over there, take both of those, and then that one there as well. So essentially just move that along a little bit. And then after that, we don't need this edge anymore, so we can get rid of that, holding Control and Delete. Okay, so that should follow along here really nicely. So it means that that crease, that door line between the roof there and the door should look quite good. I think the front here is looking fine as well, all the way around. And I think what we probably will want to do here before we move on is I think we probably want this to go around here. So that to go around there instead of down here. Let's just get some target welds in so we can weld that up here. And push that off over there. Then do the exact same here with just the one. And push that over in that direction just to help us tie up that little bit down there. So I think that will look a lot better. We do want to insert a loop down here. Just to help with that. I think that looks okay, going up there and into that. So it looks like the only real area of concern now is this rear section here, around and down there. I'm fairly happy with what's going on just there, so I think we just need to worry about this section. So maybe we could actually get this finished in one sitting. Let's go and just isolate this real quick, and let's get a line drawn in here. I'm going to go around the corner. I'm going to go down the side here. Okay, I'll just hit enter there real quick. So get a little bit of definition under there. I think maybe what I'll do at this point is I'll actually target weld that down here. I'm going to drop a line in just there. I think what we might want to do is insert a loop that goes along here. And that's going to go and disappear off there, so that's not really going to cause too much of an issue. So let's give that a check. So we've got a bit of definition coming down here, which is good. And then I'm going to take this line, and I think this is going to be what follows down here. Okay, take that all the way around there. Okay, so that's holding that quite nicely. If we bring this in here, we can see that for the most part that's looking okay. The only thing we need to really worry about is this bit here. It looks like for that we actually kind of probably maybe want to emulate what's going on here. So let's just hit 1. We can see that we have an extra line. Let me bring my wireframe. We can see we have an extra line here, so let's maybe add that in and just see what happens. Before we do, let's just get rid of that extra vertex that we added. We don't need that for this. So let's go and drop in something just roughly level where we are over here. That's going to disappear off under there, so that's not going to be a massive issue. If we hit 3 now and hit 3 on here, we should follow that line much better, which we do. So that's running nicely adjacent all the way down and through there. The only thing that we're seeing a problem with is this line here. Okay, so we're going to need to run an extra line down there. We maybe want to try and see what we can do to kind of show up that corner. But I think what we'll do is we'll stop there for this episode. We're almost there with this. I think we just need to fix up around that area, and I think that's the main kind of larger panel done. We'll have a look in here for the door handle at what we can do to kind of show that up as well. But like I said, I think for the most part here we're finished. In the next episode we'll finish those odd little bits, and then we'll start to think about all of the different kind of auxiliary components. We maybe need to think about this bit here as well. Let's get a bit more of a point in there. So maybe about 3 more things on this panel, and then we'll be ready to start thinking about adding in some of the side mirrors. Maybe we'll actually do a couple of auxiliary stuff, and then we'll do the wheels, which might be quite a nice change of pace. Alright guys, so if you enjoyed this episode here, please hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you in the next one.